When you think of a rose, you'll immediately think of a red, long-stemmed rose. But you know what? There's over 200 varieties of roses, and they're all beautiful because they're roses. And so we're different types of flowers and roses. So why we don't? I don't want to be a long-stemmed red rose. I want to be this beautiful Latina red, a colorful pink rose.
My name is Yelena De Leon, and I am here for 20 Pounds of Happiness, which I directed and actually am one of the stars of as well.
And I'm Josefina Lopez. I'm the producer, screenwriter of 20 Pounds of Happiness. I also wrote Real Women Have Curves. And we all wear multiple hats here. we're like female directors. We're Latina directors. So we got to do like 10 jobs each because we're that talented and amazing, right? So I had a friend who was telling me that the doctor told her she was about to be obese. And she either had to lose 80 pounds or gain 20 so she could qualify for the lap band surgery. And so she was trying to figure out what to do because she's tried every diet, but she couldn't lose it. So she was thinking about gaining 20 pounds so she could finally lose, the 100 pounds she has to lose. And so I just started joking with her. I said, oh my God, imagine having to gain 20 pounds so that you can finally be happy instead of the other way around, which is as women, we're constantly told to lose 20 pounds as though our life's going to get better. Saying patriarchy still rules the world, so that doesn't change. That's the game that patriarchy plays with women. It's like, oh, once you lose weight and you're thin and beautiful, everything's going to work out for you. And so Yelena read the script and she said, oh my God, this is my life.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So then so we set out to direct it and 1,000 favors, right? Like the way women get things done is we have to build community and call in community and say, hey, you can't complain about women not being, like our stories. Like, why can't there be more stories about women? You can't complain about them if you're not going to help. So we recruited a lot of our family members, friends, and created community, and we got this done.
What is your advice to women, especially young girls, with this age of social media where they see these perfect photos and they think that will bring them happiness, like 20 pounds to social media, I guess? Like, what's your advice to them to find happiness and where they are right now in life?
Well, my advice is to listen to a song that we wrote called Real Real. That Josefina Lopez.
Part of the album.
I have an album coming out, Hollywood Chola, in January. And really it's to empower and inspire women. Just like this film, our message is really to love yourself now. You are enough exactly the way you are. You are beautiful. Especially brown is beautiful because we don't get those messages enough. So we're really about body positivity, but also just inner peace and loving yourself and accepting yourself for who you are exactly. So my message would just be to really, focus on positive messages. Look for them because there are films like our film and our music as well that's coming out. That's positive. That's going to reinforce how beautiful you are because beauty is, everywhere. And we're believing these filters and, a lot of people get catfished. I've heard so many horror stories and I'm like, you know what? That's not real. So I'm a real woman. That's, her movie is Real Women Have Curves. So I would just say be the real woman that you are born to be because you're beautiful just the way you are.
So the other reality is that God did not make a mistake by creating women. Who women are is we're beautiful, right? Being a woman is what's beautiful. And so when we buy into the idea that we have to look a certain way, which is really a distortion of reality because there's no way you can get the kind of proportions, the kind of look that is being sold to us as real is what's fake. So we can't accept imitations. We cannot be an imitation of what God intended us to be. And again, another beautiful thing that made me write Real Women Have Curves was the realization that no matter how hard a short indigenous woman who is supposed to be short because women represent nature. She's never going to be Barbie, right? And nobody's supposed to be Barbie. Barbie's a plastic freaking doll, So when women go, I'm black and I look this way because I'm a part of the world that I come from. I'm Latina and this is it. I'm a person from people from Norway, they're supposed to look like that, right? But all of us trying to look like someone
though. Everybody looks the same right now.
It's
That's the thing about those filters.
Right?
I'm like, is that so-and-so celebrity or so-and-so? Because I
You
can't
cannot
tell them apart anymore.
I said, no, we're supposed to look like the place we come from, all over the world. And we're all beautiful. And I tell people, look, when you think of a rose, you'll immediately think of a red, long-stemmed rose. But you know what? There's over 200 varieties of roses, and they're all beautiful because they're roses. And so we're different types of flowers and roses. So I don't want to be a long-stemmed red rose. I want to be this beautiful Latina red, a colorful pink rose.